Okay, guys, so we are back with another video. Now, I'm very close to the camera because I need to talk. Because Cardi B's fans, they are just some of the most displaced people I've ever came across on the internet. Like, I thought Kanye's fans were a piece of work. But some of Barnaby's fans, not all of them, some of them, they are a piece of work, honey. And let's talk about it. Now, I know that some of my subscribers are going to say, Star, you don't need to be explaining all of this. I know, but I want to because I think that it's important for us all to learn from each other. Each one, reach one, teach one. And the next thing I know is that the world was not created for kind-hearted people. God created the world for kind-hearted people, but humanity has changed it. So if you're a kind and good and honest, decent human being, you will be one of the first people to get swallowed up or one of the first person to be ostracized at all times. Like, you'll find people picking on you so much that you're going to ask yourself, what did you do? It's not that you did anything. This is a thing. The devil doesn't play around with tainted souls. So you know that those people with those tainted souls, they will never have half the problem that you have. And those tainted souls, they will tell you that, oh, God don't bless no mess, but they know what they're doing and they know who they are serving, right? And this is why the Bible tells you that you consistently have to put on the full armor of God, because it doesn't matter how good you are. Once you're on the internet, people are gonna attack you. I see Prophetess Celestial. She talks about the Bible and the end days, and people, they are ostracizing her, targeting her, harassing her, sending her death threats and all of that. No, with Cardi B's fans, they have one mantra and they live by that mantra. They have the mantra of Cardi B is going to sue you. Why is Cardi B going to sue me for reading an article about her? How does that make sense? And there's this another thing that they do. And I don't know if you guys, and this is why she is able to trick you guys so quick and so easily. And this is why she consistently plays mind games with some of her fan base, because she has seen right through you all, right? And she knows that once she's loud and vibrant and energetic, it's going to grab you all, because you guys really don't listen and you really don't pay attention. We're not perfect, and there are times when some of us are going to get it wrong. But this is what happened yesterday. Yesterday, I did 2 back-to-back videos on Cardi B. One of the first one that I did was basically talking about Cardi B and Stefan Diggs planning a major comeback together, right? And that was coming from perspective of allegedly people that are close to Cardi B. She hasn't given up on Stefan Diggs. But for who have been keeping up and who listens, you guys would know that I said Cardi B and Stefan Diggs, they're not done. That is coming from me personally. And I explained why I believe Cardi B and Stefan Diggs are not done. I said Cardi B, she loves hard. And when someone loves hard, it's hard for them to get that individual out of their system. And I further explained how I understand Cardi B. And I said it is because when she was with Offset, she would always say that she was going to leave, but then she would consistently give Offset another chance. And when everyone was trashing her and said that she needs to leave that man, I said the internet needs to be more understanding with Cardi B, because she understands the vow that she took better than anyone else that has never taken that vow. She took a vow for better or worse, and she understands that she is supposed to give her marriage her all, and then once she has done everything possible that she can do and it still doesn't work, that's the time that she needs to pull out. And when everyone was down on her, calling her a fool, I said, no, she's not a fool. She understands the vow for better or worse, better than anyone else. And why was I able to relate to Cardi B so well when she was there giving Offset another chance and everyone was calling her stupid? It is because I am from a marriage family. My family, everyone, they're married, and it's a history with my family. My family is a marriage family. I don't grow up seeing loosey-goosey in my family, and I'm fortunate to have that. But even though they're marriage material, there are a bunch of Jezebels too in my family, and I've said that, right? I've been very transparent about that, right? And I said, they'll fight your ass tomorrow, today, even though they're Christians. The things that you would do to me and get away with it, not my Christian family. They're gonna beat your ass and they'll get up the next day and beat your ass again, okay? They're a set of warriors, okay? And then I relate to how I understand Tasha K. So as such, when I did that video yesterday saying that Cardi B and Stephen Diggs, they're planning a major comeback, that is what I'm observing along with materials that I'm pulling from the media. When it's coming from me organically, I make it clear that this is coming from me organically, right? So after I did that video that was coming from me with a little bit of what is said in the media, I came across another report from India Times. And the report from India Times said that Cardi B is now dating an NBA player. And I read the article. Like I stood right in front of the camera and I read the article. And when I made the mistake in the reading, I went back and I corrected myself and I said, the article is saying Cardi B is dating an NBA player. He's 6'10", and she's saying that he makes $50 million, right? And I also made it clear that India Times is saying none of the information has been validated. It could be an account that is often used to put out these rumors out there, right? So after I did, sat in front of the camera, evidently reading the article, like I was reading the article, I was saying, and they say this and they say that, and I was reading the article word for word, right? There were Cardi B fans in my comment section telling me, you are a liar because you just said Cardi B and Stephen Diggs is planning a major comeback. I'm a content creator. I'm going to pull content from all corners and tell you what I'm seeing, because it's basically like I'm your assistant. I'm making your day-to-day life easier. If you want to know what's going on in these people's lives, what I do is I do the research and I bring it to you and I let you know this is what I think. And I let you know this is what the media is saying. So it's like accounting. Debit over here, credit over here. What you own is over here, and what you owe is over here, and I make it so clear. But irrespective of the fact that I make it so transparently clear, there are some Cardi B fans in my comment section. You're a liar. Cardi B is gonna sue you. And they're saying that under a video where I'm reading an article from India Times. How can someone sue someone for reading a report and the report is saying this is allegedly, it hasn't been confirmed by anyone from Cardi B's camp. And that was made clear in the video. And this is how y'all get tricked on the internet, and this is how you will be scammed in the future. You guys don't pay attention. You guys don't pay attention to details. And I wonder, how do you guys survive on a day-to-day basis? It was just like what took place last week with Cardi B and Alex Brusowitz, Trump advisor, when she was calling that man a dirty wet dog and threatening to sue that man. And she was confident that none of her affiliates were associated with the Nicki Minaj bot hoax. And after she threatened Alex Brusowitz, called that man a dirty wet dog, and she swore none of her affiliates were involved in the Nicki bot hoax. Then, after Alex Brusowitz came out with a receipt and proved to her that here are some of your affiliates who are affiliated with the company, what did she do? She then said to Alex Brusowitz that, how am I supposed to know who my affiliates are associated with? And then you flying monkeys did not see that she withdrew her statement. Yes, Cardi B's gonna sue. Cardi B's gonna sue. It's like you're under this mind control programming. You people don't think for yourselves. I could be doing the same trick that I see many content creators playing with you all, trick you all, and get the views and the numbers. But at the end of the day, I have my soul to think about, honey. And I'm gonna think about it because the money may look good today, but the repercussions for it tomorrow, it's not gonna be sweet. You people don't pay attention. Some of you Cardi B fans don't pay attention. And what I've observed is that many of you guys pretend that you like her, but you don't. You always want to see her in some kind of mess. I don't know if it gets you excited. I don't know if it gets her on your level when she's in mess because your lifestyle is messy too. And you want to use Cardi B as an example to say, I'm not doing that bad because look at Cardi B. Her life is as messy as mine. That could be it. But you Cardi B fans, some of you don't listen. You don't pay attention to details. And in your heads, because Cardi B has sued Tasha K and has won, she is this notoriously known celebrity for suing people. If you even read a article from the media about her, she's gonna sue you because how dare you react to an article from the media? You all are like mindless creatures, zombies. That's how you all are. And it's true. Because when I saw those comments and they were like, girl, make up your mind. So is Cardi B and Stefan Diggs going back? And I'm like, huh? What don't you understand between what a media is reporting and what I'm saying? Why can't you get the difference between the two? Why can't you see the difference between the two? And there's one thing that my OGs know, and that's when I say this is what I see, there's this thing that's called pattern of recognition. And pattern of recognition is a true thing. It's a real thing. It's an actual thing. And when I do videos on Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, I said to people, I'm not a prophet. It's just that these people have a pattern. And if you have been keeping up with like Wendy Williams, this is why when I hear some things about Jay-Z, I know from the get-go how it's gonna end. Just like that VMA Bandit lawsuit when I said that's not Jay-Z's pattern. And I said Tony Busby is going to lose that lawsuit. And many people were coming at me saying that I love to defend these celebrities, but it's not defending it. Jay-Z has a pattern. And if you've listened to, Kanye has always talking about Jay-Z, right? Dame Dash is always talking about Jay-Z. And Kanye has said the darndest things that we've ever heard about Jay-Z on the internet. Have we ever heard Kanye calling Jay-Z a child molester? No. Who else has said the darndest thing that we've heard about Jay-Z on the internet? Wendy Williams. Have you ever heard Wendy Williams calling Jay-Z a child molester? No. Who else has said the darndest thing about Jay-Z on the internet? Dame Dash. Have we ever heard Dame Dash calling Jay-Z a child molester? No. And those three people are known to be consistent with anything that they say about Jay-Z and Beyonce. And Wendy told us years ago how Jay-Z and Beyonce network thinks and operates. So much so that Jay-Z was pissed. And Jay-Z did an interview saying that they thought they were friends with Wendy. And Wendy clapped back and said, I'm not your friends. I've never been to your house. We're not friends, right? Because Wendy gave away their entire play card and they weren't happy about it. So it's a pattern of recognition. And when I say that, you're going to see Cardi B and Stefan Diggs back together again. I mean it, because Cardi B has a pattern. And when I say something, I'm telling you it's coming from me. When I'm learning something through the streets, I let you know this is what I've learned. And if I believe it, I let you know why I believe it. If I don't believe it, I let you guys know why I don't believe it, right? And then when it's coming from the media, I said, there is a report out that is saying XYZ. And I look at the report and I read it and I let you guys know what the report is saying. So, to the flying monkeys that for some reason you're under some kind of mind control spell, get it together. You guys need to get it together and get it together real fast. We're not perfect, but get it together, okay? And that's all I have to say for this video. We're going to talk about a lot more today because there's a lot going on. So stay safe, stay tuned, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.